welcome to the next video in our series of items that you can use and that are most practical when you're shooting up here on the range and country airgun club range, or in fact anywhere. We've come to the range today because the only way we can review this product is by giving you a demonstration, and the product we're talking about is this, the FX Airguns Chrono. It's a unique, very compact item. Nobody should be without one. An absolute excellent tool to buy. And in just a second I'm going to hand you over to a fellow club member of mine, Chris, who's going to run through the various aspects and the good points of owning one of these. So let's cut out the rubbish and let's get on with showing you how these things work.
Good afternoon, thank you, John. I'm going to start, and I'm just going to give everybody a really quick history of the chronograph. Now, as you know, the chronograph was invented in 1908 in Bolton by Arthur Shuttlebottom, and this is an original chronograph. It's also known as the Argos catalogue. Now, in my day, what we used to do is we used to fire a pellet into the Argos catalogue, and depending on how far it went, it would give us the foot poundage for the rifle. So, for instance, if it got as far as home and furniture, it was a pistol, so it was under 6 foot-pounds. Sport and leisure gave us a rifle which was under 12 foot-pounds, and if you were lucky enough to get through to toys and games, it was an FAC rifle. But at the same time, the Swedes were inventing a very similar product called the IKEA catalogue. Now, good to form, the Swedes outdid us in the end, and so the Swedes, in the name of FX, invented the FX chronograph. Now, this is, as John said, it is unique. It works on Doppler radar. So traditionally they've tended to be, they look like old television screens with huge aerials and wires. They were always very difficult to set up, very time consuming. You had to have the right light. Now, the thing I love about the FX Chrono is that it's very simple to use, and it runs from an app on your phone. Now please don't worry, because it's not very complicated, and if I can use one and if John can use one, we can all use one. Now, very briefly, it runs in real time through Bluetooth with your phone. So once you've attached this rifle to the muzzle of your gun, it records a number of different things, but it will tell you your foot poundage and the speed of your pellet. And from that you can work out the power which your pellet's working at, and it will give you a good indicator as to your rifle's performance, its health, and to make sure that you're staying well within the law. So John and I are just going to do a little bit of jiggery pokery, set one up on a rifle and show you how it actually works with the phone, so you can see how you would use it in real time on the range. Okay?
Right, Chris, just out of interest, I think we ought to show them fitting this as it comes out of the box. So if you wouldn't mind fitting that to the muzzle of the rifle as we would actually do it, ready to do a chrono reading.
Yeah, no problem. So generally I just use an elastic band, and it goes straight onto the end of your moderator or the end of your barrel. Normally it sits about an inch back from the tip of your barrel, and that's it. Once you've done that, all that you need to do is turn it on. A little switch there at the back, green light comes on. Now, because I've already downloaded the app, as Bluetooth works, that's now it's doing what we call a handshake with the app, with the phone. So it's saying, hi, I'm an FX chronograph, and the phone is saying, yeah, I know what you are, I'm designed for you. And now the phone is saying to me, will you connect with the chronograph? And all that you do is press a button, and it's now linked up. I've got a 0 in the screen, and that's it, we're good to shoot.
Right, I'll now change camera position, Chris, and come and film from behind you so I can see what's happening on the screen of your phone.
Yes.
Right, so we're set up now, and Chris is going to fire a 9-10 shot string. We've got the chrono matched up to his iPhone, and we're just going to watch Chris, like I said, shoot, and I'll give a bit of a commentary as we go along. So Chris, if you could take it away and start shooting.
717.
Did you hear that? It gave the feet per second there.
712. 717.
Each of these figures can be interpreted, and the chronograph will give you foot poundage. You can turn this audio on or off.
712. 714. 710.
So if you didn't want to disturb other shooters, just turn the audio signal off. But normally you would have this phone right next to where you were shooting, so you could actually watch if you didn't have the audio on. Is that our shots done, Chris?
We're done? Yeah.
Right, lovely, thank you very much indeed. Now, just the way you put that on there with the elastic band, could I take a liberty, Chris, and show you another way of fixing a chrono to the end of that?
Of course.
One moment then. I'm now going to hand Chris my own FX chronograph, wireless chronograph, which has an aftermarket device fitted to it, which Chris will demonstrate how that goes on the end of the muzzle there. And there you go, Chris, try that one. You see, no messing about with elastic bands or anything like that. Nothing wrong with elastic bands, but that's a much quicker, simpler way of fitting things, and it is just as efficient. Neater, tidier perhaps, and perhaps for the cost of £25 a well worthwhile purchase. Anyway, I think I'll just go back and give Chris one or two questions, and he can let me know his overall impressions. So one moment while we relocate.
Yeah.
Right, Chris, you've had a go with both now. You've had a look at both. What do you think of the FX chronograph? Honest opinion, no bull.
I think it's just fantastic, to be honest with you. I have seen others being used. I think they're too difficult to set up. They're not very flexible. One of the beauties of the FX is that because it's got, I think it's about 5 or 6 memories, if you like. And what you can do is you can set each and every one of your rifle into the chronograph. So for instance, I've got 3 rifles. Each one of my rifles is set as a preset. So let's say I come to the range, I want to check my air arms. I just find the air arms on the chronograph, tick that, and the only information it needs is the weight of pellet that I'm using, and it will double check the rifle's fine. Now if I then want to jump onto my corral and check that one, which is a 2.2 and a different weight pellet, I simply select using the app, select the corral, put it onto the corral, and it's now registering and measuring the corral. If I then wanted to put it onto my day state, bang, all 3 are in. It takes seconds to do. I just think it's fantastic. It's really flexible, it's really fast. It's what a chronograph should do.
And I'm really enjoying the fact, and yeah, like you, I've had several rifles that I've been able to put in a individual profile for each rifle. And the other thing I like is that you can actually email that shot string to yourself. Yeah. You know, so that will come along and appear in your email inbox for you to print off and save, as well as have it saved electronically on the chronograph itself.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's when you look at the unit, there's no screen, there's nothing on there, because all of the functions of this are actually in your phone. So anything you can do with your phone, you can do with a chronograph. So
does it have to be an iPhone though,
no,
Chris?
No, it's fully functional with iOS and Android, so anything.
So no excuses not to have one?
Absolutely not. The app is free to download. So yeah, you know, why wouldn't you? It's great. It's a fantastic price. I think it's £135.
So for £135 and a free app, you've got very good knowledge of your rifle's ballistic performance with each and every pellet you care to use on each and every rifle you own.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's not to like?
Nothing.
Right, well thank you very much indeed, Chris.
Pleasure.
I think that's it for today, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much, John.